Okay, today we're going to start on the new chapter, chapter 17, okay, on the topic of definite integral. So later we will explain why is it definite. So in order to understand that, let's first find the area of this shape here. So we have a line y equals to x, and you will be finding the area of the shape bounded by x equals to 2 to x equals to 6. So this is the shape that we are finding the area. What shape is this? Trapezium. So how do you find the area of this trapezium? Half the sum of the parallel sides and times the height between them. Right. So what is the value of A? What's the value of A? Okay, the value of A is 2. So actually the value of A is this length here. The value of B is this length here. So since it's a function y equals to x, if x is 2, okay, y is 2. So during exam, you have to be a bit flexible. Right? I know that if this is 2, this is 2. If this is 6, this is 6. Okay. They love to ask this type of question. So now you know the length of A already, which is 2. The length of B, 6. And what is the perpendicular height? 4. Okay. And we have 2 times 8. Answer is 16. So we have another way of finding area, which is using integration. So we can integrate from 6 to 2. Now the top number must always be bigger than the bottom number. Later we will see why also. And the function we have here is a simple x. Cannot be simpler than this already, other than constant. So, all right, you can use a constant to illustrate this, but I think this one will do as well. So we're going to integrate this. What will we get? X squared over 2 from 6 to 2. So I'm going to sub in 6 inside. So I will have 6 squared over 2. Then I will sub the 2 inside, 2 squared over 2. This will give me 18. This will give me 2. I know just now the area is 16, right? From 18 and 2, how to get a 16? I have to minus. So I can sub in the 6, and then I sub in the 2, and I minus. Do you know why the top number must be bigger than the bottom number? Otherwise, what will happen? You get negative area, right? Or imagine the 2 is on this side and the 18 is on this side, then you get a negative area. So the top number must be bigger than the bottom number. Now, another way to illustrate this, then you say, hey, how come you can put the 6 inside? How come you can put the 2 inside, right? So I'm going to show you here. This, after you integrate, does it look like half times base times height? Half times x, right? Half x squared, this is half x squared. So it's half times x times x. What is the formula for? Half times x times x. Area of a triangle, right? Half. How long is this? X. If this is x, how long is this? X also, right? This is x. Because y is equal to x, so this is also x. So half times x times x. So now, if I put the 6 inside, which area am I finding? Half times 6 times 6. Okay, I'm finding the area of triangle OAB, right? Half times 6 times 6, right? Okay, so I use the area of triangle OAB, the big one, OAB. Now, if I put the 2 inside, it's half times 2 times 2, right? Half times 2 times 2 is the small area. Let's call this OCD. Okay, OCD. All right. Now, how do I get the area of the trapezium if I got the area of the OAB and the area of the OCD? Yeah, you just minus off. So this gives you a rough idea I can actually use integration to find area, and I can sub in the value 6 and the value 2 inside, all right, to take the big triangle minus the small triangle in order to find the region bounded by 6 and 2. Okay, the final question is this. How come the C missing? Whenever you integrate, we always say power plus 1 divided by the new power plus C. How come now the C is missing? Now, what is the meaning of definite integral? That means it doesn't go on forever. I only want the area from 2 to 6 only. That's why it's a definite integral. But the question is, why C missing? Very good. Okay, so if let's say I plus a C here, right? So there will be a C here. There will be a C here, right? So let's say I always plus a C here. Teacher always say plus a C. So down here I will have a plus C, right? Down here I will have a plus C, correct? What will happen to the C? C minus C becomes, correct, which is correct. No more C already. So we always, when finding definite integral, we always never bother about the C. Is that clear? When I integrate from B to A, and I integrate this function fx, okay, please note that B must be greater than A, which means the top number must be greater than the bottom number, and I will be able to find, okay, I will integrate, okay, I will integrate, and let's call this capital Fx, and this one will be from B to A. How do I find that? I will use F bracket B minus F bracket A. Now the definition is this. Doing this is actually finding the area bounded by what? Actually, it's bounded by 4 things. Bounded by the x-axis. Actually, he said the one that is hardest to spot. Okay, actually, it must be bounded by the x-axis. The one that Brian just mentioned. Okay, so it's bounded by 3 more parts. Where? The curve. Of course, it must be bounded by the curve. So 2 parts already. I'm bounded by 2 more things. X equals to A. 1 more part. And X equals to B. Now this is a very, very, very important concept. Okay, come, let's practice. The question can be on 1 over X, can be on trigo, can be on exponential. I just chose the easiest. Okay, can I just quickly finish this so that I can finish the video? So the answer is 40 cubed. Continue. 40 cubed over 3. Okay, 4t cubed over 3. Power plus 1 divided by the new power. Continue. Minus t square divided by 2. T square over 2 or just half t square. Alright, so I will use this. Power plus 1 divided by the new power. No need to plus C anymore because this is a definite integral. I just need to put a 2 and a 0 here. So let's try. Okay, I will just put the 2 inside. I will just put the 2 inside. Okay, this one quite obvious lah. 4 divided by 2 is 2 lah. This one is quite obvious. Okay, I will use this. And I will subtract by when I sub in 0. So let's say I sub in 0 now. So I will subtract. When I sub in 0, this is 0 minus 0. Okay, I'm going to sub in the 0. We all know the answer is 0. But for the sake of learning, okay, let's do this. Now you understand? So the final answer is 26 over 3. Okay, because running out of space, I'll write down here the answer is 26 over 3. You can write it in next number as well. After you differentiate y, you will get this. Trust that it is correct. Okay, so I will skip this part by differentiating this. I will get 3x over 2 bracket square root of x plus 1. I will skip this part. But I want to answer this now. Knowing that when I differentiate y, I will get this function. How do I evaluate x over square root x plus 1. Okay, recall, we always write down part 1 question first. Part 1 question was 3x over 2 square root x plus 1. Okay, and then I will have x minus 2 square root x plus 1. So when I differentiate this, I get the left-hand side. So what must we do now? In order to find the integral here, I will integrate, right? I'll do the reverse. Which one do I integrate? Integrate the left side. I will get the right side. Okay, so now let's look at the question. What's the difference between the question and part 1? What's the difference?
3 and the 2.
The 3, 2, right? So what I can do is I can take out the 3 over 2 because it's just a constant multiplication. So I will integrate. I take out already, so I left with this. Okay, now I will not use so many colors anymore. I'll get this. I'll get this. I will get this. Okay, I want to change it to look like the question. What else is different between this and the question? This is what I call the indefinite integral. The question is a definite integral. The A3. So I'm going to put in the 8 and the 3. Now some students like to integrate finish, then put in the 8 and 3. Let's do this to show you what's happening. If I put in the 8 and 3, right? Okay, please watch. This will become 8, 3. Okay. Then after that, I want to erase something. What do you think I'm going to erase? Okay, I'll erase the C. I sub in the 8, and then I sub in the 3. Let's do the right side first. Okay, don't do the 3 over 2 first. The 3 over 2, leave it there first. Okay, let's do the 8 and the 3 first. Okay, so what I will do is I'll put in the 8 first. So I will have 8 minus 2. Okay, I write for you. Then I will square root of 8 plus 1. And I will sub in 3 minus 2 square root of 3 plus 1. All the number very nice. What must I do with this black color part and the red color part? I must subtract. Now what's the value? Okay, so it's 16. I will now write down the left hand side and the right hand side one last time. The question asks us to integrate from 3 to 8. Okay, this was the question. So what do you think will be the answer? I take 16 and I divide by 3 over 2. So I leave it to the last part actually. I find it easier. 32 over 3. Okay, so the answer will be 32 over 3.